Artlist.io.
Only getting started when it's midnight, keeping it tight. If a nigga wanna go to war, it can get dark, but we stay bright. Coming like a night, it's on sight, ever touch my sleeve. Niggas around there wanna disagree when it's clear that I'm speaking facts. Man like me, you know I'm proactive, never gonna stop till I see the big man's on flats.
Hop on the front door, it's like midnight.
Music licensing reimagined.
You might fall out again. Off-white whip, need for speed. I'm not switching the lane. Pick up the pace, bro like that, I'm back to the base.
Back to the base.
Ain't no problems.
Artlist.io.
Took control, run the game. Best believe I'm shining down. Counting up my wins, yeah, I love it when they count me out. Off the leash, of the chain, where I've been a dog. Best believe I run the game, you know I'm in control of y'all.
Music licensing reimagined.
Had to grab a couple wins, what I did. They sleeping on the kid, I had to do it B.I.G. I can never be average, and they want a problem with the boy, they don't want no static. I don't need your cosign running with God, wanna test that, tell them what's happening. Still giving them dope, I'm trapping. They don't know about me, they capping. And they know that I'm running the game, can't stop me, tell them they lacking. Bring it up, I got it in the bag, let's zip it up. I don't need Mount Rushmore, but they talk greatness. Anytime that they gon' bring me up, let's get it now. Took control.
Artlist.io.
Best believe I'm shining dog. Counting up my wins, yeah, I love it when they count me out. Off the leash, of the chain, boy, I've been a dog. Best
RG 404 ADL. Yeah. Hey.
Artlist.io.
I ain't got no time to chill. I be smoking them trees. I ain't popping no pills. Stay lifting that still. I feel every perk. I'm putting that work with the bars. Yeah, still. No Olympics. Flip bars with the skills. You can feel it, man. I'm hungry. I need me a meal. I'm different. Hate it or love it. I'm real. Pivot straight to the top. Fuck a deal.
Music
Man, this broke
licensing
shit lame. Y'all better
reimagined.
stop playing. I'm trying to run game till y'all stop paying. Cause I'ma stop, babe. Wanna get far, babe. Ain't got the best cars, babe. And this shit kinda hot, babe. But you know I ain't giving up. Yeah, I wanna live it up. When they hit me up, yeah, they know what's up. I ain't got time right now. Got a lot on my mind right now. Too busy on the grind right now. Working hard trying to shine right now. I ain't got time right
Artlist.
What's up, man? Okay. Now we can get back to some tea. See what's going on. Welcome in. Let's get these comments up. I had a interview, emergency interview came through because I'm trying to work from home. And I did get it. I did get the job. Uh, yeah, so I got the job. It wasn't easy either. She even said at the end, I'm trying to think if I should or not. But I'm like, I haven't been in the call center setting, customer service, and I've never worked remotely, but I got the job, so I'm happy. And yeah, it don't start till December 3rd, but yeah, it's healthcare, so I'm trying to get in the healthcare field. Let's see what's going on. Hopefully, I don't, pause again.
Platform you'll love to use. Monday.com.
Devices have to get used to me. I do a lot. So, are we up there? What's going on?
I guess that's gonna be her personal life. Right now, this is just their parenting.
Right. And he ain't nobody she been with long term. Like I ain't please, right now that boy's just her friend, if you ask me.
Right
That's what I
now, we in
said.
the most unpredictable situation. Nobody knows nothing. What could possibly transpire when it comes to Krishan and Blueface. So this is like the unpredictable part.
Okay, let's mind the shade. Okay.
I don't know what they talking about. It said something about Krishan and Blueface.
On that live. Of course she was. Come on. Krishan was bluffing on the live. Of course she was. What are you talking about? She ain't see that nigga in 2 years. What could you mean? She ain't see Blue in 2 years.
You can tell she still have feelings for him. I was looking, I was like, oh, Krishan.
Of course you do. What? And he just came home. He got that glow on him. What? Get him glow. What?
I got the job, y'all, working from home.
Targeting immigrants as drug smugglers. I was appalled at how successful these tactics still work in 2024. So when I knew I had to use my privilege as a white man born in America to stand up for my immigrant neighbors. The immigration system is a civil system. Undocumented presence in the United States is not a criminal offense. It is not a crime. I joined Indivisible, got educated on Know Your Rights, and started getting to work reaching out with local elected officials to find out what safeguards are in place to protect immigrant residents who work, own businesses, pay taxes, and send their children to schools in our communities. I found out that Alameda County
And it was like a mass interviewing thing. So it took a while. I had to wait in line to interview and everything. It looked like he's watching a video.
Jackie, let me surprise you. In the group chat, I said, "Love it, don't get discouraged. Come on, because I don't got nobody else to dance with." Cream left out. It was a bunch of people that left out the group chat. I can show y'all the messages, but he definitely told me, "Well, you got a better chance when it don't leave," because I've been left 4 days ago. I left 4 days ago. I wasn't even equipped, ready for an outfit. I took the outfit that I was gonna wear. It was the last outfit. The outfit that I had the first time, I made that up just to see what the temperature was.
Yes, they still talking about the dance contest. I'm a little chilly and put this heater on real quick.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform. Describe what you want, and watch it take shape. You can plan, customize, and expand in any direction. From tools built for one, to platforms ready for many. From passion projects to enterprise-grade systems. Everything is built in and ready to launch. It's a new world of creation, where you can go as far as your imagination takes you. Can you imagine it? Let's make your dream a reality, right now.
One small segment of people in this country, the very rich and powerful, that they were willing to do such enormous, unconscionable damage to the most vulnerable families in this country as a tactic to try to make sure that their help for the powerful is maintained.
Senator Van Hollen.
Thank you. Thank you, Bernie. We know that Donald Trump and Republicans here in Congress and all their billionaire buddies don't care about slashing and now terminating food assistance programs for 40 million Americans, including 16 million kids. How can we say that with confidence? Because as my colleague said, they showed us who they were in what they called the big, beautiful bill. It was beautiful if you're a billionaire. For everybody else, it sucked. And one of the things they did was cut food assistance programs for almost $200 billion to help finance those tax cuts for their billionaire buddies. That was a choice. It was an intentional, deliberate choice. Tax breaks for billionaires at the expense of kids and other on food and nutrition programs. And what they're doing right now is also a deliberate choice. They are using this Trump shutdown to inflict unnecessary pain on the American people. We've seen this already in the context of federal employees, where they've been illegally firing federal employees. Just within the last 48 hours, a federal judge said that they were imposing political retribution on federal employees. We know what Russ Vought told the country he wanted to do. He said he wanted to impose trauma on federal employees. And now what they're doing is using these cuts to food and nutrition programs to impose trauma on all of the American people. And we know it's deliberate because, as my colleagues have pointed out repeatedly, this statement was on the Department of Agriculture website just within the last few weeks. They know what congressional intent is. They know they've got the money, and they are choosing not to use it for this purpose. So this is a sadistic policy being imposed by Russ Vought and Donald Trump and Republicans, depriving 40 million Americans of food, nutrition assistance to keep paying for their billionaire buddies' tax cuts. I looked up in Webster's the definition of sadism, and the definition is to delight in cruelty. That's really sick. But that's exactly what Donald Trump and Russ Vought and Republicans are doing. They're delighting in cruelty, and they're using 40 million Americans and 16 million of them kids for their perverse purposes at this moment. Our message is pretty simple. You don't have to do it. In fact, the law says you should spend the money to make sure that we feed hungry Americans. So don't do it, and join us, as we've done 7 times now, to vote to reopen the government without giving Donald Trump and Russ Vought a blank check, and also to bring down healthcare costs that are going through the roof. That's our message.
Senator Warren.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me. For the first time in American history, a president of the United States is shutting down access to food for millions of Americans. Donald Trump has made the decision to let people across this country go hungry. Trump is telling 15 million hungry children, eat dirt. Trump is telling 1 million hungry vets, eat dirt. Trump is telling 8 million seniors who are hungry, eat dirt. That is how much Donald Trump cares about the children, the veterans, the seniors, the people of this country. Look, Donald Trump knows how to round up money. He's managed to round up money for a gold-encrusted ballroom to replace the East Wing of the White House. He has managed to round up $40 billion for Argentina, but he can't manage to round up 1 nickel for hungry children in this country. This is a manufactured crisis. Donald Trump and the Republicans, part 1, decided to cut benefits for those who are hungry in the big, beautiful bill. Part 2 is the government shutdown. Donald Trump and the Republicans would rather shut down government than help Americans afford their health care. And part 3 is Donald Trump and the Republicans ignore current law, ignore the $6 billion already sitting in reserve in order to deny hungry people access to the food they need. So while Donald Trump is dreaming of well-done steaks with ketchup to be eaten in his gold-encrusted ballroom, little kids will go hungry. I am proud to be here.
Shutdown workers are not getting paid. People are worried about escalating health care costs.
Let's go, Bernie.
People are being worried about being thrown off the health care they have. And the Republicans in the House are saying, hey, guys, take a 6-week paid vacation. You don't have to be here in Washington, D.C. To me, that is pretty insane. And let me be clear what it would mean if Republicans got their way and this so-called CR, continuing resolution, were to pass.
They had America
First,
messed our way up.
it would throw 15 million Americans off the health care they have because of massive cuts to Medicaid and the ACA. And what studies from Yale and the University of Pennsylvania and elsewhere indicate that when you throw 15 million working class and low income people off the health care they have, 50,000 of them will die unnecessarily every year. So what this legislation is about is whether we vote to allow 50,000 of our fellow Americans to die unnecessarily every year because they were thrown off of Medicaid and the ACA. Further, if the Republicans were to prevail, what it means is that on average, health insurance premiums for the 20 million plus people on the Affordable Care Act on average, would double. In my state of Vermont, we have now received information there are some people who would pay a tripling or a quadrupling of their health care premiums when Americans are already paying the highest prices in the world for health care. People cannot afford a doubling or a tripling in their health care premiums. And now what brings us here today, in an absolutely unbelievable way, President Trump is refusing to release the $5 billion in emergency funding for SNAP that helps feed 16 million kids. And that is a direct...
Strong, stable, consistent. This year, make a confident Medicare Advantage choice with help from Baylor Scott and White Health Plan. Just call or go online to request your free plan comparison guide today.
Political gain in that. Let there be no mistake, and that is what this statement is about. This is on the U.S. Department of Agriculture website until very recently. The president is legally obligated to use this emergency fund, and up until last week, his administration was preparing to do that. We are here today to send a very loud and a very clear message to President Trump. Obey the law. I know that's a hard concept for the president, but obey the law. Do what Congress mandated you do. Do not let children in America and their parents and grandchildren go hungry. Do not go down as the first president in history to manufacture a hunger crisis in the richest country on earth. Release these funds. Now, the good news is there are at least 11 Republicans in the Senate who are supporting a bipartisan bill to ensure that no one in America goes without the nutrition assistance they need during the shutdown. And that is very good news. And I thank those 11 Republicans. Every Democrat supports that bill as well. That bill, I say to Senator Thune, when you have 11 Republicans and every member of the Democratic caucus on support, that bill should get to the floor immediately. No child in this country should be forced to go hungry. With that, let me introduce Senator Merkley.
So the President of the United States has a new MAHA agenda. Instead of Make America Healthy Again, it's the Make America Hungry agenda. It's weaponizing food, using food as a weapon against America's most vulnerable families. In my state of Oregon, you're talking about 210,000 children. You're talking about 130,000 seniors. All told, over 700,000 people going without food. Congress said this should never happen. So we created a contingency fund. That fund has $5 billion in it. We created an interchange power. So the president can actually use tariff funds to supplement that $5 billion. And here's the President of the United States last month acknowledging that that's the intent of Congress, that this funds exist, people will not go hungry. And now here's the President today saying, I am going to attack the health and welfare of America's most vulnerable families as a negotiating tactic. It reminds me of his strategy over immigration, saying we're going to separate children from their parents. We'll use children as a weapon. Well, here it is once again, and it's absolutely unacceptable. So the president has the power to address this, and a group of attorney generals are saying because it's the law, we're going to sue to say the president has to follow the law. Some 26 attorney generals are suing, saying, President, follow the law. We're saying follow the law. His Republican colleagues, 11 in the Senate, are saying it matters that children not go hungry. You know, when children don't have food, they also don't learn. So it's not just an attack on their ability to have basic nutrition for a month. And who really, who in the United States says, I'm going to make sure children go hungry for a month as a political tactic? Who says that? Except this president in this time. It's unethical, it's immoral, it's illegal, and we're here to say, hell no, that Democrats and Republicans must join together and tell their president this cannot happen here, not in our nation, not against our children, not against our vulnerable families.
Senator Murphy?
Thank you, and thank you for calling this, Bernie. November 1st is just 3 days away. That's the day when SNAP benefits stop being added to EBT cards for 40 million Americans because Trump and MAGA Republicans refuse to use a $5.5 billion emergency fund to make sure families get to eat. Some of those families are already having to ration what's left on their cards because they fear nothing is coming on November 1st. That's the same day they have to pay rent. Maybe the same day they have to pay their electricity bill or refill grandma's prescription. It's 3 days until millions of families across the country wake up unable to stock the pantry. 3 days until thousands of military families and veterans will see their food aid disappear. It's the richest country in the world. When a CEO billionaire just got $1 trillion in tax breaks, Trump and his Republican allies in Congress will allow babies to go hungry. Trump just found $40 billion to bail out Argentina to get the new president elected, but he can't find enough to feed struggling American families. It is a national disgrace. In Massachusetts, 1.1 million people will struggle to put food on their tables starting Saturday. That's 1 in 6 people in our state. 1 in 3 SNAP recipients in Massachusetts is a child. At the Stop and Shop in Malden, 3 blocks from my house, right now it's $4.29. It's $4.29 for a gallon of store brand whole milk. It's $7.55 for 1 pound of store brand ground beef. It's $4.99 for a dozen store brand large white eggs. And all a SNAP recipient gets is $6 to $7 a day. That's it. And they're going to cut that off. In New Bedford, it is half of all households are on SNAP. In Chelsea, 1 in 4 people receive SNAP benefits. And that's people who have real needs that have to be met for their families. So there's no reason a baby should cry and want a food. There's no reason a mother or father should have to experience the heartbreak of watching their daughter or son struggle to focus.
This is sad. And then you have people out here talking about, oh, I pay myself anyway. I pay my own way anyway. Well, guess what? He done stole your money. I told y'all he was gonna steal your money. I told y'all he was a thief. And I told y'all he doesn't give a fuck. But somehow he has been the president and he thinks he's gonna get a 3rd term. Some stuff I don't like to get into, like this Emmanuel Hara, like it's just, rest in peace to him. But it'll come to me when it's time to come to me. But I'm not trying to jump into that. Then we got the Julio trial. I'm probably finna watch that. I'm just trying to see. Look at me. Why they got me up already? Oh, duh, because I'm under the lies. Um, man, I don't know about the Julio trial. So We would just be watching it, but still. I can't tell you that I knew his face before, but I didn't know the name.
But it would, you have that artificial line that goes, that straight artificial, that looked like it was drawn by a ruler. Somebody with I don't mean a ruler like a king, I mean like a ruler, this way. And it's just an artificial line that was drawn in the sand or in the ice. And can I tell Peter, just, you add that to this country, what a beautiful landmass, the most beautiful landmass anywhere in the world. And it was just cut off for whatever reason. It would be great. Now, is it liberal? Maybe.
That's all he cares about is the land and what he can put on the land, what he can do with the land. He does not care about the people. He just cares about land. He rarely talks about American people and what he can do for them. Only about himself, the land, and what he thinks is his money.
Maybe, but a conservative until I got involved, because I don't care who wins up there. I frankly probably would do better with the liberal than the conservative, if you want to know the truth. But just a little while ago, before I got involved and totally changed the election, which
Trump, you're probably about to go to jail.
I don't care about. Probably it's to our advantage, actually. But the conservative was leading against, I call him Governor Trudeau. The conservative was leading by 35 points. So, so I don't know about that. I think Canada is a place like a lot of other places. If you have a good candidate, the candidate's going to win.
And I don't know if you've seen this, but the two astronauts that you just helped save from space, they didn't get any overtime pay for all that extra time. They got $5 a day per diem. For 286 days, that is $1,430 in extra pay. Is there anything the administration can do to make them whole?
Well, nobody's ever mentioned this to me. If I have to, I'll pay it out of my own pocket, okay? I'll get it for you.
Mr. President, I'll follow up on the
I like that.
Mr. President,
I'll pay it right out of my, is that all? That's not a lot. For what they had to go through. And I want to thank Elon Musk, by the way, because think if we don't have him. There's only so long, even though they're in the capsule up there, that the body starts to deteriorate after 9 or 10 months and gets really bad after 14, 15 months with the bones and the blood and all the things that you've been reporting on very well. And if we don't have Elon, they could be up there a long time. Who else is going to get him? And I just want to thank him. He's going through a lot, what they're doing to him. And these people are going to be caught, and they're going to be caught, and they're going to be prosecuted. And from what they tell me, I see this just by watching your programs and reading the news, but from what they tell me, they could get 20 years in jail, and they'll get it. I'll tell you, there's going to be no leniency, and there'll be no pardons. I can tell you that right now.
And you said this morning 20 years in jail, and then maybe you said this morning 20 years in jail, and then maybe they'll go to one of these prisons in El Salvador. Do you think with the way that the judges have been issuing injunctions, it would be easier or harder to send these Tesla domestic terrorists to a jail in El Salvador than these MS-13 or Tren de Aragua guys?
Well, I view these people as terrorists just like others. When I looked at those showrooms burning and those cars, not one or two, like 7, 8, 10 burning, exploding all over the place. These are terrorists. You didn't have that on January 6th, I can tell you. You didn't have anything like that on January 6th, which is sort of amazing because on January 6th, the Democrats were talking. Nobody was killed other than a very beautiful young woman, Ashley Babbitt. Nobody was killed. And you look at what's going on now with these terrorists. These are terrorists, and that's an organized event. Take a look at their signs. Take a look. They're all made by the same sign company. A nice
We watched a little bit of that. Let me see. I'm trying to see who really live, not playing a live freaking recording. Need this separated. We saw this too. Maybe they got into some more detail. Uh, I know the other one was live. The one Bernie was saying they.
Are you looking for the most affordable way to add electric heating and cooling to your older home? If that's the case, then you're going to want to take a
At
look at this
least
new
within
system that we
a few hours, not days ago.
Talking about the social media company that gives life to this behavior.
No, you're referring to Section 230, sir.
Yeah. Would you advocate a sunsetting of Section 230 to bring more liability to the companies who send this stuff out?
I've advocated that for years.
All right. We need to do this, folks. These companies are taking content that it makes you sick, that could get you killed, get you poisoned, and there's nothing we can do about it under our law. A person can do about it because of Section 230. So if your child is being sexually groomed online or bullied online, and you go to the social media company and ask them to take it down, they refuse, you have like zero rights. How many images of sexually exploited children are purveyed every year on social media sites?
The number is astronomical. And Senator, if I can just add one step to that analysis.
Please.
It's not just what's on social media that is quote unquote real. It's the introduction of artificial intelligence, generative AI that is creating even more child sexually abuse material and even more sexually violent acts online and mimicking people.
Would you say that the way social media is structured today, really no accountability, 36 million images in 2023 sexually exploited children, that this is a public health hazard?
It is.
But
would you say that it's a mental health problem, particularly for younger people?
It absolutely is.
Do you agree that some of these sites are designed to be addictive?
I think not only are some of these sites designed to be addictive, unfortunately, the reality is some of these sites are designed to generate income, and many people are generating income based on this illegal trade.
Do you think it's now time for America to deal with this problem?
I'm all in. I have been all in, and I'm happy to work with Congress to do so.
Well, I tell you what, having the FBI director all in is great news for me, and I hope the committee will respond and that we'll be all in.
Yeah, I'm
trying to fix a problem that I think is doing a lot of damage to our country. When it comes to John Bolton, was there new evidence involved in the raid on his home?
Sir, that investigation is very much ongoing. As you know, there was a raid of his house pursuant to a legal
Was there a
search
warrant obtained to go in?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay. All right.
We're looking to have that search warrant unsealed at the
Yeah,
appropriate
I
time.
think that would be good, quite frankly. In December 2023, Director Wray said he sees blinking lights everywhere regarding to foreign terrorist threats against our homeland. How would you characterize the state of threats to our homeland by foreign terrorist groups?
Foreign terrorist organizations have adapted and started utilizing online platforms, and so is the FBI. And so while they are adapting and expanding how they harm our country, we have as well. They have not stopped. There's been a resurgence in places like West Africa and elsewhere of foreign terrorist organizations, and also the newly emboldened drug trafficking organizations in Mexico. It's going to take a whole of government approach to get.
Does Hezbollah fall within that group?
Yes, sir.
Anyway.
So Hezbollah is involved in not only terrorism, but narco-terrorism?
Yes, sir.
So do you consider Hezbollah a threat to the United States?
Absolutely.
All right, finally, do you have enough people Sorry. Do all this. Do you need more people? You're involved in a lot of things, and the numbers speak for themselves. You have FBI agents helping here in Washington, D.C. You have FBI agents helping in illegal immigration. That's good. You've got a chance here to tell us if you need more people. Seems to me that threat level of this country is pretty high right now. You got thousands of domestic terrorism cases. How many are being investigated?
I think 3,500 off the top of my head.
3,500, okay. Anyway, it seems your plate's pretty full. I would urge you to get with your people. And if you think you need more people, now's the time to do it. It would be a shame to miss an opportunity to plus up the FBI if the threats justified it. Will you look?
I will look, sir.
Okay, but are you comfortable you have enough people right now?
Right now, I'm comfortable with the reallocation of agents and personnel outside of Washington, D.C. and plus in states like South Carolina in double-digit numbers. And I'll get back with my team on this one.
Thank you for your service.
Senator Whitehouse.
I just want some candy and sun.
Boy, is my timing good.
It is very good.
Director Patel, welcome.
Thank you, sir.
When you were here for your confirmation, we talked about your so-called enemies.
Tonic drink
list.
and ice cream.
It appears to
I
me
got some crawfish.
that there have been adverse actions of various kinds taken against about 20 of the 60 people on your enemies list. You've been in office for 7 months. At that rate, you've got 14 months until you've hit all 60. Can you explain that?
Again, that is an entirely inaccurate presupposition. I do not have an enemies list. You can continue to characterize it as you wish. The only actions we take, generally speaking, for personnel at the FBI are ones based on merit and qualification and your ability to uphold your constitutional duty. You fall short, you don't work there anymore.
Well, there was a list. You don't like it to be called an enemies list, and it had about 60 names, and about 20 have had an adverse action. So those are, I think, pretty clear facts. Let me move on to your grand jury testimony, which we also talked about when you were here. I think you indicated that you understood that a witness in the grand jury is free to discuss afterwards whatever they told the grand jury. And you then went on to suggest, saying, I can't go into court orders granted by the DC District Chief Judge, and you want me to violate a court order. In those remarks, you fairly plainly suggested there was a court order of some kind that somehow restricted or limited your ability to discuss your own testimony to that grand jury. Since then, that chief judge that you mentioned, Judge Boasberg, has written, and I'm quoting him here, Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure 6E allows witnesses like Patel to divulge the contents of their testimony, meaning that nothing was preventing him from doing so before the committee. Can we confirm here today that there is
private student loan debt wrecking your life? You really need to talk to YRefi. YRefi refinances distressed or
that limits your ability as a witness before the grand jury to discuss your own testimony to that grand jury?
We can confirm that pursuant to my action that that grand jury testimony has been released, the transcript.
Let's, in what forum was it released, may I ask?
Publicly.
Okay, we'll check on that. The FBI does background investigations. In the case of a U.S. attorney, Jeanine Pirro, it has come to light that in a civil proceeding, that Fox News executives prior to her confirmation, called her, I'm quoting here, a reckless maniac who makes, quote, insane comments, and said, I don't trust her to be responsible, and noted her penchant for what they called random conspiracy theories on weird internet sites. My question to you is, did that turn up in her background investigation?
For any background investigations, Senator, we
Please.
do not discuss those publicly. And for every background investigation, when there's an adjudication, it is not made by me. It is made by the career professionals who run the inspection division and background check system.
Do you know if that information
They
was
don't even
found?
want to
You see,
pause
we're an
for
oversight
you.
body here.
But I agree with
And there are really
you.
three
Please say no
possibilities
to
here.
drugs,
One
sweetheart.
is that the FBI
Please. You're definitely giving crackhead with a channel, and it's dead. You definitely are, sweetie. I'm definitely the fuck not.
is that the FBI background investigation didn't
That's why
find
you
that
ran your
stuff.
dumb ass up here.
That's
Remember?
worth noting, because these investigations, full field background investigations, to find that stuff. That's possibility one. Possibility two is that the FBI did in fact
The
find
only
that
thing would
information
make it dead is
and then did not
something like
report
you,
it
sweetie.
to the administration or to the
And take your little
committee.
maggot ass out somewhere.
And the third is that you found it,
I live right
you reported it to the administration, and they went ahead with her
Sydney.
nomination, knowing that she had been described as a reckless maniac who made insane comments, who wasn't trusted by colleagues to be responsible, and who had a penchant for random conspiracy theories on weird internet sites. Are you saying that this committee does not have any authority or reason to look into which of those things is true?
This committee can look into anything it wishes. I'm telling you that the background investigations that are done by the HRD division are done by career individuals. They do not report the details of those to me. They adjudicate those independently and individually. That's how it's always been done.
What happened to during the pause of FBI background investigations that was alleged in the complaint against you and the FBI by the FBI agents who were terminated? On February 12th, Emil Bovee directed the FBI, quote, to pause any FBI background investigations of Trump nominees until Patel was confirmed, which happened on February 20th, is the general description of what they alleged. Why, do you know, were background investigations paused? Was it so material like this could be scrubbed out of them? And have they been resumed without that pause fully and normally after your arrival on February 20th?
I can speak to the time period since I got there. Background investigations have been ongoing across the board at the FBI.
Why was the pause, do you know?
I was not there.
Wasn't explained to you when you got there? Oh, by the way, boss, they've had an 8-day pause on background investigations. You think that would be something that would be explained to you at some point?
Again, I leave it to the men and women at the HRD division to run background investigations. I do not interfere with them.
I get that. But what I don't get is whether you were told about that pause, and why would you not be told about that pause?
I don't recall that, sir.
Fucking look at this.
All right.
All right.
The allegation also relates that part of the employee review of senior staff
Thank you for giving
was
me
whether or
a,
not
a,
they
a
voted
thought about what I can hide my face
for Kamala
with when I
Harris
meet some of these
in the
odds.
2024 election.
I go find me a Pippi Longstocking.
Since when is who you voted for
I'm not the one.
a proper question for agents to be asked?
I don't know what allegation you're referring to, Senator. If it's from an
Limo
ongoing
is
matter of
a real
litigation, I can't discuss that. But
CID.
what I can discuss is I can only speak to the FBI's
In
background investigations. There are other background
How is
investigations
just
conducted
to
across the
taking
government.
it from
I can only
both
speak to
So
mine.
just to
ends?
clarify, I'm not talking about the FBI full
Limo
field
is
background
the real TI.
investigations.
I
I'm
don't, who
talking
is
about
Limo?
internal employee reviews
Who
for
is
promotion, for
Limo?
termination, for job actions of various kinds. And my question to you is it now the policy of the FBI to ask agents who they voted for, and since when is who agents voted for a proper question for the FBI to ask?
Taking those in reverse order, it's not a proper question,
I'm
and it's
just
improper to allege that
spiraling
I'm doing that. And
at
also at
this
the FBI
point.
specifically, under my leadership, we do not ask who you voted for. And just one correction for the record, if I may, Senator, it's Security Division that runs background investigations, not HRD.
Okay, I'll accept that correction. And in the event that we cannot locate your grand jury transcript, just expect a question for the record that will give you the chance to either provide that transcript again if it had been previously provided, or to make the statement that Grand Jury Rule 6E allows you, to the best of your recollection, truthfully, about what it is that you told that grand jury. Do you understand that?
That's why I wanted the transcript released, and we'll get it to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chairman.
I think I want to take an opportunity when we hear
Lamo,
about
Flamo.
your political weaponization to remind
Check
my
it.
Democratic colleagues that what's happened
Well,
in the
what
last
does he?
decade,
Oh,
federal law
correction.
enforcement, intelligence
Oh,
community, even when Trump was president, has
that's,
thrown everything at him.
what's
They've even
CI?
gone after his associates and Republican Party organizations. One investigation after another, one prosecution after another.
CI?
I use the examples you've heard me already say today,
CI?
Crossfire Hurricane and Arctic Frost. These were all built on
He giving
defective
BI.
foundations of political bias. And then we released the Clinton
Look at
Index and the
BI.
Durham Index to,
BI,
and the
BI. Oh, sorry.
FBI's failures to investigate. So I've been acquainted with this because I've been trying to get to the bottom of it, and we had to get a new FBI director to get all this information, Senator Cornyn.
Director Patel, welcome. Thank you for your willingness to serve in this very challenging position. How many people work for the FBI today?
Approximately 36,500, give or take.
I've always wondered whether an organization that big and that diffused all across the nation was actually capable of being managed. Have you experienced any surprises in terms of the, as the director, in terms of your management of the organization?
In my experience, Senator, the leaders in the field are supposed to lead. So we have empowered and we've changed the structural operation of the FBI to empower SACs in the 56 field office, 55, 56 come 1 October, to lead the mission. We've also empowered the respective assistant directors and operational directors to lead the mission. That is how you manage 36,500, 37,000 people. No one or two people can do it. And that's been the transition, is the power structure is being pushed out to the field operations.
It sounds like a very practical way to approach it. And how is morale?
Morale, when I travel around the country, in my experience, has never been higher. The FBI and the police officers that we work hand in glove with across this country are excited to do the work. And the stats that I'm citing are no achievement of mine. The stats that I'm citing in the 7 months that I've been there, such as a 42% increase in cyber arrests alone this year, is because the men and women at the FBI have been empowered in the field. They want to do the work. They're getting the opportunity to do the work. And with our great partners in the respective states like Texas, and where we just returned a top 10 most wanted fugitive in Cindy Singh, are getting the ability to make those prosecutions a reality.
By the way, Senator Durbin was asking about polygraphs. Aren't polygraphs a standard part of the standard test given to people with security clearances across the intelligence community?
They are.
As a condition to maintaining your security clearance?
I believe they are.
Speaking of intelligence, one of the things that I've wondered about over time is, the FBI is a premier law enforcement agency in the nation, but you also have other important responsibilities in counterintelligence. And there's been different debates, people wondering whether, including me, whether that's an appropriate role for the FBI to play. And I guess the most challenging part of that is if it's not at the FBI, where would it go? But can you, given your background, I know as working on the HPSI and your intelligence background, can you talk a little bit about what you think about the counterintelligence role of the FBI agents and how that's working, whether you think it's performing the way it should, or whether there are other changes or reforms need to be made in order to improve its functioning? As you know, the threats from our adversary nations are just proliferating every day. So what do you think?
The espionage activities of our adversaries have never been so high. And I think the counterintelligence mission is properly housed within the FBI because we've been vested with those authorities for Congress. And I believe that mission set is working. And if I can, sir, since January 20th of this year, the FBI has made 55 arrests on the counterintelligence mission alone. That's a 30% increase in CI arrests.
Scribe is how you stop explaining the same thing over and over at work. Watch this. It'll change your life. Raise your hand if you've told your boss how to do the same thing more than once. Thought so. That's why there's Scribe. Go to scribehow.com. Click capture, do the task once, and Scribe will create a step-by-step guide you can share automatically. You ever walk someone through a giant process?
Okay, they just getting on his ass and he just giving short answers.
On total, exceeding the entirety of the number of arrests from the previous year on counterintelligence matters across the board. And in my opinion, the FBI is the only agency that can do it. Now, we work with the interagency to do it, and we
So they just try to get his answers, and like he said, they're gonna look into it and they're gonna get back with us with what he is lying about. That's why I can't listen to him, because like who publicly saying publicly can mean we put it on a post somewhere, you know, like they're just full of shit right now. Okay, seeing since hoes like since hoes ain't lying. This she meant like the and projecting. Let's a little history lesson. And Lady Wu and Ludwig Captain question. Oh Lord. But let's see what's it talking about. Mo3 paperwork has led it. Who's next to get picked up?
Because we on come back and drag the fuck out both of them moves. Don't we have no fucking group text message chat.
I don't know why it's doing that. Probably have to do it on my other phone. I'm about to drop my stuff off.
about me. I don't talk about y'all outside of YouTube. Nobody knows y'all. Nobody know y'all off YouTube. Don't be fucking talking about me about nothing. Don't mention me in y'all little Twitter fingers. I don't even like y'all like that. Anyway, y'all never told me what did y'all say? Did y'all tell y'all who was getting locked up? Or nobody knows? Rap Snacks, come back. Where you at? So we can start our game. Y'all ready to play or what? Since Rap Snacks taking off, you don't want to tell me what y'all see. Let's start the show. We're going to play a game because StreamYard has done this wonderful update. Or maybe I haven't been here for a while, child. We have this here. We got this. And we got this. Right? All right, now, hush it up. All right, so we're going to play a game. I'm going to throw out some content creators' names. If I forget anybody, y'all let me know. Nah. I ain't gonna say I'm right. I ain't gonna say I'm wrong because I had just got off work and they slid the paper across my desk. And I was reading fast. I was reading very fast. But nonetheless, I kind of have an idea of who getting ready to be picked up. So we just go play a little friendly game. You know what I'm saying? Everything is alleged for entertainment purposes on tonight. So when I give a name, y'all let me know in the chat whether y'all say yes, they going to jail, they getting picked up next. No, I don't think they going. Or you could put a thumbs up, thumbs down, however y'all want to do it. Y'all ready to play or what? Y'all let me know when y'all ready. McDonald's, what? Check must be good. McDonald's. Calvin Birkenhead. Whack Arnold's. What's it called? Is it Whack Arnold's? Not McDonald's. I don't even like McDonald's. I like the caramel fraps. Y'all ready to play? All right. Denise said, let's go. I need 3 people.
I guess we're in the line with this. My boyfriend will be getting off, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys later now. So we'll just end it after this. Probably not the whole thing, but we'll get a little bit, at least try to figure out what's going on. Then when he gets here, I'll go ahead and end it. So yeah, thank you guys for coming through. Feel free to continue to comment, and I'll put it up there and I'll comment in the chat. Says a responsive one. I probably should have did it on my other phone, so I was going to try to do it real quick. I'm actually going to go ahead and try it.
Literally.
Snitch. Thank you, fried neck. He not going down. Y'all don't think so player going down? So player, let's go through it. So player had direct contact with Keyline. Did y'all hear that's a RICO coming? Did y'all say that's a RICO coming? Some of the content creators are getting picked up. Let's just y'all pay attention. Hey, and Steven, I saw you earlier. Well, let me shut up because I don't want people to know. But what's up, N. Stevenson? Yay! So Blair have direct contact with Keywan. So Blair then turned his contactual information over to Mr. Lawton and Mr. Nike running plays. So Blair was the one told us about the code word for the basketballs. So Blair is the one that be playing every side. So Blair was getting paid by Rainwater, Trap, Yellow, allegedly. That's what they see. Y'all think So Blair going down? Let me go ahead and let you know right now. So Blair is probably one of the first people on the list to be getting picked up next. Now, y'all don't have to take this from me. I'm no reader or seer. And again, I just scanned through the paper really fast, child. Really fast. Y'all don't think So Blair will definitely not be going to jail at all. Why you say that? He the do boy. He's the do boy. He's the person that came on here. He said he had to cover up for Rainwater. But who else he was covering up for? So Blair absolutely will probably be getting picked up. Y'all, that's why I kept asking y'all what happened to So Blair page. So Blair took that page down. He had to because them niggas was checking the fuck out of him. After he allowed Big B to get questioned more than the questioning was supposed to be questioned. Okay, so Blair pretty much backstabbed Big B. He made Big B fight by his motherfucking self. If you think So Blair is not on the list to get picked up, then you are sadly mistaken. He is probably one of the first people to get picked up. Okay. So Blair gonna be some. He already somebody be on the streets. Absolutely. Let's go to our next content creator. Just say no to school. Just say no to school. While y'all voting, do y'all think Sko will be one of the people in Rico to get picked up? While y'all voting, let me give y'all a little back history on Sko. Remember, Sko came to the board by way of Rainwater, by way of sitting on Ratchet's panel. Sko went over there to mosey up on the Ratchet because he wanted to defend Rainwater. Ratchet was given all the pertinent information in the very beginning. Sko was there to cause distractions. Sko pussied out. When Ratchet came with the dropping certain names and stuff, Sko was like, hell no, baby. I can't do it. Nope, I gotta go over here with my people. We've seen pictures of Sko with Yellow Beezy before and after, child. He just everywhere. I think the only reason why Sko ain't been get picked up is because he been under investigation all this time. But let me ask you, we only got one vote. Come on, y'all. This crowd participation tonight, child. Crowd participation. We got one thumbs up, child. What y'all think? Is Sko going down? Yay or nay? I know homie in real time. Like I pull up to his house, he pull up to mine, and definitely not in Oak Cliff. Who you talking about? You talking about him?
Should ever stop. An 8-ball of cocaine and had me feeling good. Jump powder, refreshed and swing.
It's important for me to stay on top of my health. It could help me be a better person for my son, and my son can take better care of himself. The plan that I found at healthcare.gov covers the annual checkups and the tests that I need.
Healthcare.gov. Enroll by December 15th.
You talk about him? Sko talk faster than Twister raps. Child. Let me find my button. Let me let y'all know right now. Sko will definitely be going. Absolutely. Oh, you talking about Snow Player? Snow Player is one of the first people on the list. Snow Player will probably be getting picked up and subpoenaed. Child. And subpoenaed. And sucking penis. But that's a story for another day. Sko, absolutely. If they don't pick Sko up right now, it's because they're still investigating him. Sko have a lot to do with a lot. Sure do. Absolutely do. Let me see. Who next? Let me see who this. No Player. We did Sko. MHB be hiding in the cut. Do y'all think MHB will be getting picked up? Okay, Skype, we could do Skype. Go get the her. Right now we on MH Bizzle. What y'all think about MHB? Yay or nay? Backstory on MHB. MHB gave us LF Key. MHB blew up because he told everybody Mo3 was going to be unalive before he was unalive. And he was correct. That's why people started listening to him, because they were like, damn. For Rico girl, having something to do with something. Being picked up, going to jail for having something to do with the demise of Mo3, or the covering up of the demise of Mo3. What they call it? What's that charge called? Tampering with evidence at this here point, child. In subpoena the court, just a lot of stuff in Shannon. And Shannon can't be asking no pertinent questions. Bitches, they going down or not? Is they getting picked up or is they going down? That's the two questions right there. I'm not sure. Perhaps if they give him mac and cheese niblets, he is the police. All right, we're gonna go with LV's barbecue. LV's man actually said it the day before Mo3 died. I'm gonna go with LV's barbecue. I don't think MHB will be getting picked up or going down because he is the fucking police. MHB is a bounty hunter, if you ask me. I don't even want to call him a confidential informant. MHB don't give a fuck. MHB then damn near got away with murdering and Irkland right before our very eyes, child. MHB they came up here, doxed everybody. I remember MHB called my grandma's phone one time, girl. They turned around and called my sister. I said, God damn, he dangerous. MHB the one gave us Ratchet address. We didn't know where Ratchet was hiding. We was looking for that nigga for the last 10 years. Couldn't find him. MHB said, you want him? Give me 2 seconds. All you heard was this here. Next thing you know, the nigga came back with everything. He right here, 123 Bluefish Lane. Y'all want him? He right here. God damn, this nigga don't play. That nigga was the first nigga to teach us how to do some shit. Remember, he sent that package to Pola and had Pola sign for it, and he was like, "Yep, that's that nigga right there." Anybody knew who Pola was? That nigga said, "I think this him right here, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure this him. If I get him to sign for this package and I get that name, that's him." MHB know how to do some shit we don't know how to do. MHB got skip, trace, Dippin' Dots, find a fox. He don't give a fuck. When I say he coming with it, he coming with it. I don't think MHB going down. He ain't going down. If anything, he bringing other people down. But I mean, it is kind of iffy to think how the fuck did, Mo3 MHB. How the fuck did MHB know Mo3 was getting ready to pass? Is he a psychic? Is he working with the people? Or is he working with the people? Did he have something to do with it, child? Hey, Prize, you are late. Where have you been, darling? All right, somebody says Sky. Let's go with Sky. Do y'all think publicist Sky will be going down or being picked up or even be subpoenaed? Is Sky falling? Is the sky falling? It was Rainwater's movements he based it on. I didn't know that, crazy folks. It's been so, I'm not gonna say I didn't know that, but it's been so long. It's been so long, child. I don't know. I really don't know. I can't remember. I'm just getting up. You're right. I'm sorry, darling. I be forgetting people, girl. I be forgetting, my bad. Yay. I don't really want to do Sky, but we're gonna do Sky because they put it in the chat. I kind of want to stick with the content creators in the Mo3 sector. But let's go. They say MHB tell on YouTube. What make you think he wouldn't get that sandwich and soda treatment like Young Thug? Baby. Give MHB some chili cheese fries and it's over with, baby. Chili cheese fries and a Pepsi. It's over with for you, child. And a Newport. That's all they need, child. What y'all think about Sky? Auntie Nada said no. Sky also told us that when she heard the news that 3 was unalive, that she told Rainwater, bring me everything. I want all this stuff. She said she had the camera footage of Rainwater coming to her
Yeah. Ain't no problems, ain't no problems.
Artlist.io.
Yeah. Took control, run the game. Best believe I'm shining, dog. Counting up my wins, yeah, I love it when they count me out. Off the leash, of the chain, why I been a dog. Best believe I run the game, you know I'm in control of y'all.
Music licensing reimagined.
Had to grab a couple wins, what I did. They sleeping on the kid, I had to do it B.I.G. I can never be average, and they want a problem with the boy, they don't want no static. I don't need your cosign running with God, wanna test that, tell them what's happening. Still giving them dope, I'm trapping. They don't know about me, they capping. And they know that I'm running the game, can't stop me, tell them they lacking. Bring it up, I got it in the bag, let's zip it up. I don't need Mount Rushmore, but they talk greatness. Anytime that they gon' bring me up, let's get it now. Took control.
Artlist.io.
Best believe I'm shining, dog. Counting up my wins, yeah, I love it when they count me out. Off the leash, of the chain, why I been a dog. Best believe I run the game, you know I'm in control of y'all. It's like magic, believe I want that static. Yeah, it's like magic, believe I want that
Music licensing reimagined.
Believe I want that static. Beat them up, knock them out. They really don't want no static. They don't want no static. Try to step to the team, now they count like magic. I can't settle for average. Got my eye on the throne, so you know I had to grab it. Fake friends say they proud of the boy. When they look deep inside, know they doubted the boy. Now I'm giving them the work and I'm doing them the worst. It's a job, I'm the boss, and I had to employ. Yeah, they never thought I would be on great. I'm just a peon, but realize they be on fake. They bet against me, but I know I'm taking me all day. They waiting on the boy to fail, that's a real on wait.
Artlist.io.
The code is selling relocate. And you ain't messing with the boy, you about to see your fate. I'm about to get another chip, call it Frito Lay. They send the beat, I send it back, it's the way. Took control, run the game. Best believe I'm shining, dog. Counting up my wins, yeah, I love it when they count me out. Off the leash, of the chain, why I been a dog. Best believe I run
Music
the game,
licensing
know I'm in control of
reimagined.
y'all.
You don't gotta tell me I'm the truth, I already knew. Pull up in a Billy.
Artlist.io.
Girl, don't call my phone, I know where you been. You like to get messy when you out with your friends. I'm not scared to say that I'm insecure, but you're too scared to say that you want more. Girl, don't call my phone, I know where you been. You like to get messy when you out with
Music licensing reimagined.